96.9 FM. I've been sweating so hard to get this guy here. I'm so happy he's finally here. So it's for Lagos State, and you don't have to make a phone call. So if you're in distress and you don't want anyone to see you making a call, all you need to do is press the panic mode and select the kind of crime you're trying to report. It will ping your location, so it will find out where you are, and they will come to meet you. So the closest person, the closest patrol to you will come to your aid. Now, if you're not in distress, you don't need to press the panic button. There is another place on the app that you click, and it lets you select the type of incident you're trying to report, description. You can add an image, you can add a video, you can add audio, and you can also select your location. And this is called Smart Police, and it's for Lagos State. So can you tell us why you guys decided to do this app?
Because we want everyone in Lagos to be able to reach us easily. It was actually in partnership, free of charge, donated to us by Cyberspace. We want as many people as much as possible to use that application, so that the company that partnered with us on that will also know the improvement to do on it, because the company has also promised that with time, after testing it, they would also make it in a way that once you press it in our patrol vehicles, all the patrol vehicles will also be able to see the report you are making, so that response time will be faster. As I said, we want people to try it. It's when they try it that they will know. It was launched last year. We made noise about it. We sent our technical team to educate people on how to use it. So use it, let us know, give us feedback, so that I can give a feedback to Cyberspace that donated it to us. And we've also been saying it that apart from people having my number to which they send SMS or call me at any time, all the social platforms, the police in Lagos is there. Even in your station here, I've seen the complaint response unit poster there. And that we've also said that the 107 police divisions, which is the largest in the country that we have, that we also acquire desk phone for the police divisions, because what people do have is the telephone numbers of DPOs who may be transferred at any time that you may not know. But there are desk phone permanent at every police station, 24 hours, that we also give the telephone directory. We've been encouraging people that can help us, because for everyone to have it, we want a situation where you can walk into a local government secretariat, that people can even walk into this station here and say we want telephone directory of the telephone. We've been also pleading with people in the print media to publish these numbers, so that you can reach the police at every time. Even at those pinned down points where you see police vehicle, you can walk across to them. And I must tell you that the people in Lagos have been good when it comes to partnership. 24 hours I do receive SMS, and they are quick in also telling you that we've seen a patrol team or something like that. So that is what we want for Nigerians. We want everybody to be able to know that their taxes that are being deducted to fund the police, the stipend they contribute to the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, that we put it into use, and all these things will work. And we'll be there. Yes, it's a gradual process. As we're improving, we want Nigerians to also obey all laws. When laws are made, they are meant to be obeyed.
We've had the Deputy PRO of Police here, Ali Giwa, to come and talk to us about the police. And I got so excited when I saw this guy in the studio. He is a very special guy. When you're talking about anything police in Lagos State, he's the guy you need to talk to. He's the Commissioner of Police. Oh, where's my shaker? I need to shake. I need to shake it quickly. Where? Yay! Yay! Maybe I should give him the chance to say who he is. Yes. Yeah.
Don't mind this, babe. I'm not special. I'm just ordinary. I'm just your obedient servant, that you've been paid to watch over you. There's nothing special. You,
As a special
Nigerians and people in Lagos, you are very special because you've been partnering with us to make sure that we get everyone safe and secure. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We are talking to Mr. Fatai Owoseni here. He's the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. Now, a lot of people have been asking you questions. I want to focus on technology. I want to focus on technology because it's 2016. The world is becoming technologically inclined. And I want to know how we in Nigeria and at the police, how you're applying this to your daily lives. How is it making your job easier or harder, as the case may be?
We have technology savvy as Nigeria because you cannot move past what the country or Africa has. But I can also say clearly that we, at the level we are now, we are able to compare to an extent with every other police all over the world. And of course, it is not just me that is going to say this. Even the United Nations, the international community has recognized that when we have put together with every other police all over the world, that we have done very, very well. I have been part of that international community. I know what the best practices of the police is globally, and I can tell you that every Nigerian police officer will compare with every other police in any way in the world. That is just it.
That's a very bold statement to make. That is very, very interesting statement to make, seeing as the citizens of Nigeria don't really feel confident in the police force. I think that now it's getting better. I think that the perception of police is getting better. I know I've had a couple experiences with police in the recent past, which haven't been great, but I think it's been better. I called the Rapid Response Squad, and they picked up at the first pick. But then the dispatch is slow. And I heard you at Wazobia FM talking about the different difficulties faced by the police to get to their location. Now, I want to talk about transportation. I know that a lot of times the police always complain about not having enough cars to be able to get to their location. Instead of cars, is there nothing else that can be given to the police to make their job faster? Because some of them will say, oh yeah, there was traffic, there was this. Can we not give them motorbikes so that they can get to their locations faster?
Of course, we have motorbikes, especially in Lagos. Just as we have motor vehicles, we have motorbikes. We are also on the air. There is an helicopter. In other parts of the country, other commands, we launched the motorbike whatever in Abuja as well. So we have all these things, and we are putting them into use. But there are certain things that will take beyond the police. Even if you have motorbikes, is it not when it is a place you can ride your motorbike? There are places here that you probably would get to, and you have to leave the motorbike and cross a plank to get to the scene of crime. And that is just it. So with whatever facilities we have, we've been making do with those things, and we can always improve with improved facilities, with improved topography. I must tell you that the Nigeria police is one of those police globally that operate under the most difficult terrain. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know that. We are very, very funny in Nigeria. I
Not
mean,
just
the people alone are a handful, and then the terrain. I do understand that, but then I mean, as I said before, now I have had experience with police in the recent past. So let's say 3 weeks ago, I was burgled. My house was burgled. $3,000 was stolen from my house, and I had to go to a police station to report the case. And I find that maybe the police has a morale issue. maybe they're not motivated, and then I also find that they lack initiatives, at least the police officers I was in contact with. So what are we doing, I mean, to get young people and young educated people into the police force, especially in positions that need someone who's intelligent? I mean, if you're going to be a detective, you at least need to have some sense of initiative. You should be able to look at something and say, okay, we're going to do it this way or that way. And how are you improving your PR so that the police force is an attractive position for somebody who's coming out of university to work in?
That is where you got it wrong. Some of the constables you see on the road are far more educated than you. They're far more intelligent than you. That you must know. The Nigeria police has probably the highest number of graduates. And of course, go to every facet of the society, the profession in this country. Is it every people you see in the court that says a lawyer that knows how to speak English language? It is the general decadence. So when you talk of being intelligent, having initiative, that's your perception of the police, and that is where we get it wrong. In the place
where I went to, yeah.
No, I disagree with you. It's your perception. You probably don't give the guy a chance. Once you see a policeman on the road and he has no rank, a constable, you first look down at him. You don't even give him a chance. That is it. But that guy you see must have probably finished school before you start working. He probably has a second degree, the constable you see on the road. But you first write him off as somebody that nothing is going to come out of, the best can come out of. That is where we get it wrong from. You need to respect your police. You need to take them as human beings. That is one side. And for God's sake, will you live in the United States and keep $3,000 in your house?
Well, I was traveling the next morning at 6 a.m., so there was nowhere else I could keep it.
We are talking of a cashless society.
Yeah.
It is only you should even be ashamed to say that you have $3,000 in your house.
I don't think I'm ashamed of it. I was going to the airport. I couldn't have put it in the bank because I was going to leave at 6 a.m. in the morning. But I feel like my choice as an individual doesn't matter. The fact that someone came into my house to steal my property,
it matters. You don't make yourself...
has to... find out what happened, despite what I did.
You don't make yourself vulnerable.
Even if a prostitute gets raped, a police has to take care of the situation.
We will do our work, but the thing is that making yourself vulnerable, keeping $3,000, are you supposed to have that? It's a cashless society now.
Though.
Even where the dollars emanated from, hardly would you see anybody with $3,000. That is number one. Then number two, I can bet you if they investigate that case very well, out of 10 cases of such, I will tell you that 8.5 have insiders' hands. It's either your friends that know your movement, that know that you're traveling, that has your key and everything. And we are quick to report the police and protect our family and protect our friends, because by the time they want to investigate and say, oh, yes, you have a friend that has come here, you will cover everything. It is what you want the police to know about the circumstances that the police would know. And it is not like that in other parts of the world. So it is what you make of the police that they will be. That you have to get.
Okay, so are you saying that the police is blameless, that every single police officer is doing their job to the maximum, and I mean, you guys are superstars? Is that what the perception is?
We have a slogan: all men are not created, all men are created equal. Best join the police. Just like you cannot tell me that everybody in your profession is perfect. So you cannot have a perfect world. You cannot have, even in those countries where they have all the technology. I used to cite examples. It's the society that determines the police that they have. If you go to the United States, all those areas, the cities where you have all whites, the police there will behave differently from where you have blacks dominated. If you take the whole of the police in LA or in UK to come to Ajegunle, Give them 1 week. They will behave worse than the policemen you have at Ajegunle now. Take the guys that are in Ajegunle, take them to New York. Give them 1 week. They will behave better. You have an average police constable who has not seen a computer before in his life, and he goes for a UN mission, and within 1 week is perfect, proficient in the use of the computer system, better than those guys that are from Denmark, that are from in any of those European countries within there. So that is just it. So you cannot have, human beings are not given to perfection. It's only the God Almighty that is perfect. So don't have that perception that everything about police is bad. Just like in journalism, as you are talking now, there are some veterans who will tell you that your mode of interviewing me is not what is the best. How many of you have been to Shogunle, the Radio Nigeria school? In those days, we used to go there. It's not the way the veterans, all those Bodialala, them, Ruth, Benemisia, it's not the way they practice their journalism that is practiced now.
Yes,
so
because
everybody's in a hurry.
Evolve. And I absolutely agree with you. Not everybody's perfect, but in life, everybody strives to perfection. Every day, you try and make yourself better. You don't sit and just accept excuses that everybody is not perfect. You work every day to get yourself near perfect, and that is what we are expected to do as human beings.
It is that
you get to the point where
it is that
you continue constantly
that
work on yourself.
That make people to do things wrong. We don't even follow procedure now. People want to get to level 10. They don't want to start from level 1. You want to start from that 10 coming down. Instead of you to ascend, you just want to get it there. For every profession, especially the police, the military, we have rules of engagement. If there are institutions at all that evolve and come with best practices, it's the uniform service, the military, the police. Just like in the US, they will tell you that most of the technology that are being thrown out, the social media, are things that the military must have used before it's thrown out. The same thing here, but we shut our eyes to how the institutions, the security institutions in Nigeria and in Africa evolved. We are quick to compare our security institutions with what is applicable overseas, when the people overseas are far, far more compliant and advanced, civilized than we are in Nigeria. You would see a policeman in the United States, well kitted. The citizen will even offer you a coffee. They'll joke with you. But here, mere sight of a policeman who probably his presence alone is there to deter criminals. Once you sight him, you are already thinking this is a bad person. And of course, all of us has that innate tendency to commit crime. And we don't want to get caught. If we get caught, we don't want to be brought before the justice. The first thing an average Nigerian would do is to either dobale or beg, or to even support bad things. You know, I mentioned why I was on the TV. We have a society where you see someone who has been told, look, don't trade on the road and don't cross the express road. It's like committing suicide. You see a third mainland bridge where at the beginning of the bridge they put no trekking, nothing, and you see elites, big men, jogging on top of third mainland bridge, and you come and say that police don't enforce the law. And when a constable gets to them, the first thing they say, shut up, I'm going to call your guy now. And when you now even educate them that you have done a wrong thing, they will say, but I don't know. But the sign is there. The executive governor of Lagos State, His Excellency, was talking on TVC and said even people that purchase, that they are now going to make signposts, those signages, to be bigger. Do you see that abroad? We make ourselves to be treated like animals. Go to mile 12, where the state government had barricaded the road. They put all those wire mesh. And you will still see Nigerians climbing that thing, going to court the thing, because government want to make things easy. Someone who was not supposed to be on the road selling crossed the road and he got bashed by BRT. And as heartless as we are, in other society, all those Oyinbo countries that we compare ourselves with, they value human life. You will find out that somebody will go there quickly, even if it's a dog or a goat, to go and pack those things. And when this guy was hit by that BRT vehicle, the security people were there to take that corpse out of the road, to preserve, you know, that mess. And the only thing we can do as Nigerians is to turn vengeance on those security personnel who are not the people that caused the problem, on poor policemen who was rendering service, and you start toning them, the damaged police vehicle. They went ahead and destroyed about 40 BRT buses that the government had strained to use taxes of the people to buy, forgetting that about 140 million naira that they are going to use to repair those buses can be, you know, sent to improve on our educational system or the hospital. What kind of a person are we in this country? That is not done anywhere in the world. You young people in schools and the universities, you come out and say you are demonstrating, and before you know it, you have set the Senate building ablaze. You've held your lecturers hostages, forgetting that those things. Have you ever had anywhere abroad in those advanced countries where students are demonstrating and they destroy or burn down facilities because they know the meaning of what those facilities are? But as ignorant as we are, the young people, our children, they'll go and set ablaze hostels and whatever. Who's going to pay for it? The parent that has toiled to pay tuition. When you are now coming back, they will now say your parents should come and sign